All right. So we commissioned a study on the behavior of SMBs when it comes to online marketing. We talked to 1,500 companies in Saudi and in the United Arab Emirates and in Egypt. And we were surprised by some of the findings. So one of the things that surprised us the most was that while you have the region's most, or the world's, in some cases, most sophisticated internet users, in that, the volume of online video consumption is so high, the usage of social media is so high, smartphone penetration is among the highest in the world, yet at the same time you have some of the lowest number of businesses that are actually online. And that's driven by a number of things. So first of all, the numbers. So first of all, in the UAE, which is considered among the highest in the region, we have 18% of companies online, 15% of companies in Saudi are online, and 7% of companies in Egypt are online. And that's quite low when you compare it to, say, Turkey at 35% and France at 60%. And that tells you that while the users are online and they're consuming the web in various different forms on various different devices, businesses have not yet caught up to this. And that creates a number of risks for businesses. So first of all, there is the risk that their local users will be served by international players and companies that might not be very big, but are very active online and are able to reach potential customers anywhere and everywhere in the world. Another risk is that even within the countries that they're operating in, that there'll be a disproportionate success level between the companies that are online and the companies that are not online. So you'll find that over time, companies that have not yet adapted and have not yet created presence online are going to be left behind. Now, how do companies actually do that? So how do companies get online? In this part of the world, social media is very big. So we know that the majority of time spent online across the region is spent on social networks. And accordingly, you see a large portion of the businesses that are online choosing to do so through social media. So that could be really anything from a Facebook page to a YouTube channel to a Twitter account, and it could be many different ways. But fundamentally, a lot of businesses are choosing social probably because it's cost effective and it's easy to build a followership, and it's quite a flexible solution. And finally, one of the things that we thought was perhaps also very interesting in the study is that there's almost no there's an odd relationship between the size of the marketing budget and the types of media that the SMB chooses to advertise on. So intuitively, if you're a small company without a lot of money to spend, it's more likely in different parts of the world, it's more likely that you would start by spending online, and that whatever's left after that would be spent on offline media. The reason you would start by spending online is because it's trackable, it's measurable, you have full control, and the ROI is very visible to you. Whereas on things like print or outdoor or even TV, it's very difficult to actually track the spend. It's the opposite in MENA, actually. So in the Middle East and the countries that we've researched, we found that companies spent offline first, and then whatever was left at the very end was spent online. In fact, companies that spend any money online usually have budgets that are 4 times bigger than companies that don't. And that tells you a lot about the priorities that the business owners are using. Thank you.